I mentioned 2 videos ago that I quit porn like 6 months ago, and I noticed that my brain doesn't respond to visual stimulation anymore. I specifically gave an example of how, like, if I'm scrolling through Instagram's explore page, or, I see something suggestive on any social media platform, I don't even stop scrolling anymore. I used to just like, I stop and I was like, oh, who is this? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't even look twice. I just don't care anymore. But at the same time, I did mention that I'm also not, this isn't like some no fat promo. Like, I'm not on some like celibacy journey or anything. I still take care of my physical needs, if you get what I mean. But I just think of stuff in my head, fantasize rather. So when I first started this exit from pornography, a friend told me something that I thought was a little bit, uh, it was, I didn't agree with him. But then I thought about it again. And considering my circumstances have changed, and I think I could be more grounded with this because I'm no longer attached to pornography, it makes sense to me. He told me, Andre, sex is in abundance. Finding a good woman isn't. It didn't make sense to me because how is sex abundant? Like not all of it. Like, for real, like, who's watching? Whoever's watching this, are you just having sex out there? Like, how? Like, is it that easy? I don't really agree with that. But I said I agree that finding a good woman is not an abundant thing in modern times, sure. But now that I'm thinking about it, right? I revisit it. He was right this whole time. I just misinterpreted it. And I feel like some of you guys will disagree because you were coping like I was. It's not hard to find people to have sex with. With all the apps and resources nowadays, it is very easy to find someone to have sex with. But this doesn't imply that, one, this person is attractive to you, or this person is attracted to you. Two, this person isn't dirty already, you're going to catch something. Three, this person will consistently have sex with you. And four, this person is romantically available. But those 4 things I just listed, if you ignore all of those things and you take anything, hopefully within, legal boundaries, of course, obviously, it's very easy to find somebody. However, these attributes are important as well. Look, like I mentioned, number 1, who wants to have sex with someone they're not attracted to? Who wants to do that? And this goes back to the pornography addiction thing. There are a lot of beautiful women out there, but you only be seeing them on Instagram or Twitter. Isn't that strange to you? Some people don't even recognize how weird that is. You don't even ever see these people in real life, or like people who look like them. You know why? Because on Instagram or Twitter, the place where you can just upload photos and videos with filters, and you could take a million takes of like a mirror selfie. Like, oh, I don't like all these thousands of pictures I spent an hour taking in the mirror, but I like this. This is the best one. This one makes me look the hottest, right? Like, also the place where you can pick and choose your appearance and how you present in front of people. You don't see these people. You just don't. In certain places, you may see somebody who kinda is like, look, that 10 out of 10 you see online that you're gooning to, divided by 2. Subtract 3 as well. That's usually the mathematics here. You know what I'm saying? And when you spend so much time online gooning to these women who look a certain way, which is all filtered and fake and unnatural, even animated stuff or waifu content, you set your standards way too high. And realistic appearances don't hit the same. It doesn't get you started like it should. You know what I'm saying? Remember what I was saying about how visual stimulation doesn't affect me anymore after quitting porn? That's a part of it too. I'm not attracted to things anymore that I see that I know aren't real anymore. That's the point I'm making. Like, I could tell all these filters up in this, I could tell this and that. I could tell, like, bro, like, yo, you know what used to be really hot? Women who cosplay to me. They look great in some cosplay outfit, favorite dark magician girl, you know what I'm talking about. But then it's like, you be thinking about that, but like, I don't think I'm ever gonna hit somebody in the dark magician girl costume. You know what I'm saying? See, like, this is what I'm talking about. The unrealism. Like, sure, you fantasize about it, but that visual stimulation is what got you started to begin with. It's not even like, it's not practical. And then if you get too comfortable with this, then the real life stuff, again, doesn't hit the same. And look, some of y'all be thinking it's hard to find someone to have sex with or be with, but I wouldn't say to be with, right? If you have certain standards, but act like it's hard to have someone to have sex with or be with someone to have sex with, but you're too busy putting your standards based on things that aren't real. Pornography isn't real like that. It's real to an extent, but it's not practical. These women you goon to don't look like this if you were to have sex with them. Trust me. Trust me. We have to be honest with ourselves, where we have to understand that, yeah, my friend was right. Sex isn't hard to get, but we have so many external standards that prevent us from wanting to have sex unless someone fits certain criterias. Those type of people who just be looting or having sex with anyone, by the way, those type of people who just be like tossing themselves out to people, 95% of the time, they aren't romantically available people. And a lot of you guys care about that. Some of you may not even really think about it. But, some of you guys want to have sex with like a hot woman. And there are a lot of hot women to have sex with. But like, you want to be romantically attached to them too. But like, if someone's giving it up to you that easy, do you think they're romantically available? If somebody's just giving their coochie up to you, you think they're romantically available? And if they are within that 5% of those who are romantically available, yet they're having sex with a lot of people or give it up too easy, they have internal issues that they can't fix. You can't save a hoe. You can't housewife a hoe, male or female. I'm not talking about just girls here. Dudes can be hoes too. Same thing. They're going to be that way until they're bored or they finally did some inner work and some self-awareness, at least, to realize that this is a soulless and bodily influenced temptation and activity. And people who can't control their temptations are dangerous to be around in different situations. It's exciting until it's not exciting. It's exciting until they do something where it's like you want more, but they're too busy chasing the thrill. They got too many temptations, and you realize they got addiction issues. They got, and not terms of like, what I'm talking about, like substance, but you know what I mean. If you're a virgin watching this video, or you're somebody who doesn't have sex consistently or at all, don't feel bad about it. But don't let your visual stimulation that comes from porn or your lust from what you see on the internet control your life and standards. There are good men and women out there, but a lot of you don't want to downgrade. You want the 10 out of 10 good woman at the same time, and everything just has to be like how you imagined and wanted it. Like, you won't settle for less. Look, we'll talk about that more in tomorrow's video because I have a huge other thing to say about that, but you get what I mean. If you can't control your lust, like I suggested and like I do, just do anything else besides overly stimulating visual consumptions. Read something erotic instead. If it's that serious, read something erotic instead, maybe. Fantasize in your head. A lot of people are using ChatGPT now. Go do something with that. You can role play with it. Everything else is much better and will bring you back to the real world. Everything else. And keep this in mind too, with everything I'm saying in this video. This is just my experience and what I've realized. And I have like an opinion about NoFap. And, I used to kind of lean into it, right? Because I talked about it in older videos. But, being a young man, or if you're watching and you're a young woman, especially if you're picky with who you have sex with, it's hard to not fill into your needs, right? Like, loneliness isn't a problem to you until you're horny. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not promoting some NoFap stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have a drive. Don't be afraid to use it until doomsday happens when you're older and now you flatline forever, because, that's going to be a terrible experience. You don't want to be 60 years old. Next thing you know, now you finally start, get what I'm saying? Then you get what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself, but stay away from visualizations. Stop lusting over these people on the internet or what you see on the internet. Unplug from it. This episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.